Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 11 of Crusader Kings 2. We're still trying to form the Empire of Britannia, and we're getting really close to being able to form the Kingdom of England. We have our second duchy. All we need to do now is to grab ourselves one more province. To be honest, it could be any province, but if we go on to certain provinces, we'll have to fabricate a claim to get. He is in hiding, so he probably doesn't have an awful lot of men with him having a regent. But I think what we're going to try and do is we're going to take our chances and go to war here against Wiltshire, against Wessex. So we are going to press this ducal claim because we want the county here. Now we can't declare war on him directly. We have to declare war on the Petty King of Essex. We're going to declare war for a de jure claim on Wiltshire. We're going to go ahead and send that. We are going to call in our ally. We are going to raise up our levy, which is almost at max. Try and get them all grouped together somewhere. Now, we don't know how many of his allies is going to come in. You have decided to come into war. Are you no longer king? You've got some problems of your own. Hopefully you'll come down here and help me sort all of this out. He's going to start calling in his buddies, of course, which is problematic, but we'll start trashing them down as soon as we can. Worst case scenario, we'll get some mercenaries in. Let's group everybody up. I want to lead a flank. I don't want to be in the centre. And I guess it still looks like we're a little bit short on the old commanders here. We can get two more commanders. Spymaster, you have a marshal of 16. Why aren't you a commander? And you have a marshal of 15. So we've actually got some much better leaders there. So you definitely want to be leading the centre, and you want to be leading the other edge. So we're not at full morale, but neither are these guys, so we should be able to jump on them quite quickly. She can just rot, nobody cares. So if we can start splattering armies quickly and not give them a chance to regroup, it'll really help. We've already managed to rout one of their flanks. Obviously there are some reinforcements coming down. Levy reinforcements, that's always useful. And victory. There we go. We've also captured somebody as well. Noble has distinguished himself in battle. Perhaps I can make use of him. Awesome, we've got a soldier. What I am interested in is, where have you come from? Are you up here now? Are you the guy who was my ally, who was at one point the King of Scotland? And now you just own this one little province over here. My allies are really getting their arses handed to them. But let's go ahead and start taking out these soldiers where we can. We've already got 59% war score. And go and siege out this top holding. You're going to go and engage up there, which seems a little bit stupid. Your vassals very much, or your vassals and allies, just as they do in EU4, are very good at losing war score for you by taking on battles which they cannot win. So I thought I'd better go over there and actually try and do something about that. We're managing to suck up to the Earl of Derby, which is good. We still need to make sure that they vote for the right person. Now, at least we will have less titles to worry about when we only have a kingdom. Your faithful and trusted hunting dog has finally taken his last breath. Long has he served you since you first received him as a puppy. So we'll bury him in the castle garden. We're at 89%. We are just going to sit here and siege out the top holding, because that's all we really need to do. And we could go ahead and like squish, but what are 44 troops going to do realistically? Not an awful lot. They're just going to sit around and get attrition in provinces for which they have no real power. Let's have a quick look and just see what's going on with our vassals. Yeah, we still want to suck up to you. We also want to suck up to this guy as well. The keep has been built in Leicester. Fantastic. We're not going to spend any more money, though, because we are going to need to upgrade our... to form the kingdom. So we're going to have to wait for that. How are things going with this plot to kill you? Not particularly well. And is anybody actually... people are actually voting for him now. That's good. In that case then, we will go and cancel that plot to kill. There's no point in doing that anymore. I mean, we could still do it. But the problem is, if we get caught being a known murderer, it just gives us even more loss of vassal opinion, which we don't really want to do. So we're 89% on the war. We are pretty close to taking this province, or at least getting the top holding. What are we up to? We are minus 5.9% morale every 12 days, and there's 19 to go. So it's going to take another couple of months there. Well, not a couple of months, another month, and it should be done. These guys can't do anything. They don't have enough men, so we're not bothered about that at all. After 12 more days, that will fall. There we go. We only have a 98% war score, which is kind of odd. So let's go off and finish the rest of his armies off. You're going that way, are you? That's fine. Probably won't be able to catch him. You're going to go down here and unsiege. You're just going to go straight into Wiltshire, right? No, you're going to stay there. They're hard to catch sometimes unless you've got an organiser to give you a bit more speed. Can be a real pain trying to catch these troops. We do control the war goal though, so we will be getting ticking war score anyway. And there's another one of his armies wiped. There's 100%. So off a piece. There we go, and we get Wiltshire. Now we are over our domain limit because we now... Oh no, we've actually increased our domain size for some reason, so we can hang on to that. So what we can do, well, the first thing that we need to do is go and dismiss our levies. And we can create a new title. We're going to create the Kingdom of England. It's going to cost us 298 gold and 200 piety. It's going to give us a ton of prestige. So let's go ahead and create. Ba-ba. There we go. We are now the King of England. And we have to nominate our successor, which is going to be our heir. So we will nominate you. And the good thing is now, is even if we were, for example, to lose all of our duchies and all of our counties, we will still be the king. And it is good to be king. Finally, we have a King of England in this campaign. We've also fulfilled our ambition to become king. Thank you very much. Our new ambition is to amass wealth, although we are pretty much still going to be upgrading things. We've also increased our domain size now to 6. Now, we've got a couple of duchies. We can hang on to those duchies. My wife is pregnant again. Obviously, she's happy that I am king. How's my opinion with everybody? Quite good right now. Let's go and improve opinion with the guy in Oxford. We will take our Chancellor, and you can go and work on Oxford. And obviously, we still need to take some more lands off people. Eventually, I would like to have these provinces for myself. There's nothing to stop me having more than one duchy, because I do currently hold the title of the Duchy of Hweiss. Let's have a quick look and just see the de jure duchies. Yeah, de jure Duchy of Hweiss are these ones here. Gloucester being the duchy capital. It is that Warwick's actually the duchy capital of Hweiss, of Mercia even. But yeah, we could probably hold on to both of those, but we need to revoke titles and stuff. I'm not going to bother doing that right now. We don't want to start upsetting our vassals quite yet. There's plenty of time for that later. So what we need to do now is have a look and see if we can declare any more wars. Which we could potentially do, if we wanted to. Let's have a look at our diplomatic relations. As you can see now, we have a lot of claims. And the reason for this is that all of these provinces are within our de jure kingdom. Which means we can go around to these people and go, look, you should be my vassal. And if they say no, then we can attack them. So, for example, let's look at Kent. We can go to Kent, we can go to this guy. And he doesn't like us, but we can go offer vassalization. Because he's our de jure vassal. He does have a fair few allies. Let's offer him vassalization. He won't actually accept it. He will not accept our offer. We could declare war against him, because we have a de jure claim on Kent. If we win the war, we will gain the county of Kent. So what we need to do is start looking around for the weaklings. Do we have de jure claims over here? You're in prison. We can declare war on you. We can claim various provinces. How powerful are you? You do have allies. You don't have particularly powerful allies. So we could start grabbing some provinces. You don't have a lot of men either. What's my military looking like at the moment? It'll be a bit bigger because I'm now a king. I'm going to wait a little bit of time though and just allow these to recover slightly. Or what about you? Do you have many allies? The Petty King of Wessex, who I'm not particularly bothered about. We could go after you. You don't have a lot of men. We do have... oh, we can only make you a tributary. We don't have a direct claim on anything from you. That's a bit of a shame. What about you? Click on the right button. So we could make a claim on Norfolk and Suffolk. Offer vassalization. He'd actually accept. At least that was implying he'd accept. There we go. So instantly, we have Norfolk and Suffolk here. 1 week claim can be pressed on the Duchy of Gascogne. Well, we don't really want to bother with that. A Jewish exile fleeing persecution elsewhere in Europe has shown up at your court. His time spent abroad has gifted him with many connections, and by all accounts, he is an able diplomat. He would make a fine chancellor. So, Nation, let's have a look and see if he would. So you've got 22. Let's see if we can find this Nation fella. He's only 16. No, you're terrible. And you don't like us, even though we've took you in. So why would you do that? So we managed to go ahead and grab that, which is cool. There we go, more troops, fantastic. What about you? Would you be willing to accept vassalization? He's not at peace, so he can't do that. What about... It's a long shot, because we do have a truce, and this guy hates our guts, but he might. Offer vassalization? No, he wouldn't accept our offer. What about you? Would you accept it now? No, it's probably because he doesn't like me. It was nice, though. We managed to get 2 counties there without actually having to do anything about it. Mission to Rome, blah, blah, blah. What about you? You are de jure part of our kingdom. You wouldn't say yes either. That's fine. Bear in mind, if we can eat some of these smaller ones, it does reduce the chances of there being allies when we pick on other people. So what about the old Duke of York? He would actually accept. Fantastic. So that's just going to give us a massive chunk of land up here. Look at that. Brilliant. How easy was that? No wars required. 3 titles can be created, so the Duchy of Lancaster, the Duchy of York, and the Duchy of Lothain. There's no real reason to go ahead and create those right away. If we give anything away to people, they can create them themselves. So if we let's say there's a duchy that has 3 counties in it. If we gave all 3 of those counties to the same person, they could go ahead and create the duchy themselves, and that doesn't cost me the money or to do it. Saddle my horse. Okay. So, now we've got a lot of new vassals. We need to make sure that we are keeping them all happy. And as it happens at the moment, it's not all that bad. The Duchy of East Anglia, we definitely need to try and suck up to that guy a little bit. So, let's make sure that we get our Chancellor and put you in East Anglia. You can suck up there for a time. So we can usurp some titles if we wanted. We could grab Kent. We can grab the chiefdom of Strathclyde. We don't really want a chiefdom, to be honest, because we are not tribal. But we will end up grabbing it because our next, the next thing that we're heading for is forming the Empire of Britannia. Now we need to have at least 2 kingdom titles. So we're either going to have to grab the Kingdom of Pictland or the Kingdom of Wales. We also need to control 80% of the de jure counties, not 51. So we're going to need a significant amount of land before we're able to do that. But I think it will be doable. So what about Essex guy now? We're a lot stronger now. Bear in mind, we've just taken on so much extra land. Look at our vassal levies now. We literally have over 3,500 men that we can use in a war. So the question is, what do we want to take next? Well, we should probably grab Essex and Kent. I'm quite surprised that these guys won't actually join. Cannot offer to vassalize all landed nobles lower rank than us. Oh, we can offer. No, it's got away again. Let's just pause that so I can reread it. So it's basically because he's at war. Who is he at war with? Some random stuff overseas that isn't making any difference to anything. What about you? I can't offer to vassalize you. Can I offer to vassalize individuals who are a lower rank but not a duke? Fruitless scouring the countryside, or fruitlessly scouring the countryside, you come upon a small cottage in the wilds. As you knock, an old crone opens. She sees your hunting party. She cackles eerily and says that she has a powerful potion that will make you a stronger hunter. Yeah, let's try it. You drink the potion. This feels good. Not too sure what that's actually done. No, we didn't catch it this time. So, what do we want to... Well, let's see if we could grab Somerset, for example. Could we offer vassalization to you? No, because we're not your direct liege. It would have to be you. And you... Oh, you're willing to say yes now. Fantastic. So, brilliant. That's 3 more provinces now that are on our side. Cool stuff. We are definitely getting bigger. Getting more powerful. Now, what about you? You're at war. Okay, we'll come back to you later. So, claims can be pressed, titles grantable. Commanders, got some commander titles. Wow, we've got a lot of commanders now that we can have. That's not the right thing. That's the court eunuch. We don't have any eunuchs. 2 more commanders, though. You and you. And you actually have rough terrain expert, which is kind of cool. I've got a defender, and you are a flat terrain expert. So we've got different terrains covered, which is quite nice. Again, every time you take on new vassals, it's always worth having a quick look in here just to see who they are in terms of power. So we've got this guy over here, the County of Westmoreland. This guy really doesn't like me for some reason. And he's got a bit of power, apparently. Let's go ahead and give him a... Can we give him an honorary title? Doesn't look like we have one that we can give him. But what we can do... We could go ahead and try and take it from him, I suppose. It wouldn't be a terrible thing to do. Can't do anything with you just yet, so that's fine. You're just going to have to stay there for a while. I'm not too sure why you are being such a... Yeah, revoke title. Give him a landed title. I think you're just going to wait for a little while. Why do you hate us so much, actually? Tell me. I need to know. Why do you hate me so much? Short reign. Elector titles held. Ambitious. Envious. Yeah, you're just a douche, basically. Can't really do an awful lot about that. So that's fine. We may be able to suck in a few more of these provinces once they stop fighting each other. Are you still at war? No, you're not at war anymore. So, can we offer vassalization? Just as he won't accept my offer now. Was it you that was at war? You're the one at war. You're in a lot of wars. It'd be very nice if you weren't. Who do you have in terms of allies? You've got a few. That nobody that's really going to make any difference. Okay, let's go ahead then. We shall grab Kent. We shall declare war for a de jure claim on Kent. I don't think we're going to call our allies in at the moment. I don't think we need to. We're just going to call in our vassal levies at this point. I'm not going to bring in my own personal levies. And again, that's for the reason that I said before. What we don't want to do is... We don't want to weaken our own personal armies because we might need them to fight against our vassals if they raise up against us. So there'll be a few people involved in this war on both sides, but I think we should be fine. We've got over 2,500 men here. So let's go ahead and group them all up. I don't want to be leading the centre, so we want our strongest guy in the middle. And we want... I don't mind being on the flanks, but I'd rather keep out of it, because there's people that have got higher martial than me. So, let them do it. It wasn't me that had defender. I keep forgetting that my portrait is now changed because I'm the king, but that should be enough. So you guys are just going to stomp all the way over to Kent and siege that out. And then that should be enough to grab Kent for us. They've finally raised their armies. We did get a river crossing penalty there, unfortunately. That army sort of came out of nowhere. But he is getting absolutely murdered. So there's 50% war score already, and his army is completely and utterly smushed. And that shouldn't be too difficult to win. But I'm going to pause there because we're over the 20-minute mark. Thanks a lot for watching once again, guys. Crusader Kings 2. I hope you're still enjoying this series. I'm having a lot of fun playing this game again. I'm certainly glad that I decided to give this campaign another go. I'll see you guys on the next video. And until then, goodbye for now.